Good afternoon, my name is Paul. It's a little bit noisy here today. I'm off site, but I'm off site for a very good reason. And the reason is because behind me I have a 2022 72 registered Porsche 992 Turbo S Cabriolet. It's in Gentian Blue. I'd like to show you around. So here we are fairly close to the main road here, so hopefully the microphone won't pick up too much of it. But what we have here is the 911 or 992 Turbo S Cabriolet. So the 911 has been one of the most successful sports cars in history for very good reason. And one of those reasons is because they make cars like this. Now there are some very high performance Porsche 911s. You have the GT2s, the GT3s and the RS versions of both. And they're deeply impressive. They're very track orientated, so they're quite a raw experience. Not for the faint-hearted on the road, so you've got to really want the racing experience in order to have and own and drive them on the road. With the Turbo S, because of course you've got the Carreras, the Carrera S's and the GTS's, then the Turbos and then the Turbo S, which is the top of the tree. The Turbo S gives you all the refinement of the high-spec Carreras. So you've got comfortable electric memory seats. This one's got heated and cooled seats as well. Navigation, lovely sound system. And lots of traffic. Lovely sound system. But what you also have is 641 brake horsepower, driven through a PDK gearbox, which gives you 0 to 60 time of 2.7 seconds, which is ballistic. So not only do you have all the creature comforts you could want, you've also got the kind of performance that will leave most cars wanting, including a lot with supercar badges. This is a deeply, deeply impressive car. One of the characteristics of this car is that the engine, or with the 911 in general, is the engine is sat right at the back here, roughly between the two rear wheels. They sink it down as low as possible in the chassis as well to give you a good centre of balance, and a nice low centre of balance. Now, of course, when you're accelerating hard, the back end of the car wants to dig in and lower down, and the front end of the car wants to rise up. So there's a transfer of weight towards the back of the car when you're accelerating hard. When you compound that with the fact that we've got an engine and a gearbox sat over those rear wheels, that gives you a lot of push onto the floor and a lot of downforce. You couple that with the size of those rear tyres, you have an awful lot of traction and grip at the rear end. Now, being the Turbo S, you also have a four-wheel drive system, which means that if you lose any traction on the rear end, it drives and feels like a rear-wheel drive car. But if you lose traction on the rear end, it will transfer the power to the front to help you from losing any traction, to keep you safe, keep you on the road and keep you pointing in the right way. So that makes this very, very impressive car off the line. It makes it very, very well balanced with a huge amount of grip when you're driving it quickly. I'll just show you around here. I've just got the ignition on so you can see the lights, daytime running lights, which look really cool. LED Matrix light system. Large rear wing. Blue roof. I'm going to move along quickly because there's some work. We're about to start work again. You can see here we've got a nice quilted crayon interior with contrasting blue and contrasting stitching. Burmester surround sound system. 18-way adjustable seats with lumbar and memory on the driver's side. Heated and cooled seats. Sports chrono. And I'll move around to the driver's seat. And of course, what you don't get in the GT2 or GT3 RS is rear seats, but you do have the luxury of rear seats in this car, which is fabulous. And the Turbo S is illuminated here. So if I just jump in, I'm going to start the engine. And you can hear then the exhaust. Actually, I'm going to turn that off. You can hear then that the sports exhaust comes on automatically and then turns off as soon as the car comes from cold cycle. So again, you can see nice dark blue dash tops with contrast stitching, 2 rows. I love Porsche stitching, it's very neat. There's a nice satin carbon fibre across the top, and you can see we have the function switch, the sports exhaust, traction control, and Porsche dynamic chassis control, which is all part and parcel of the active safety systems, which helps to keep this car on the road, helps to keep you safe while you're driving. And of course, if the car's safe, it's more predictable. If it's more predictable, then you can drive it faster as well. There's the gear lever, so just pull it back for drive, push forward for reverse. It does have a reversing camera as well. On your buttons here, and then heated steering wheel. I love the heated steering wheel. This isn't just, it's not just a car for the summer. This is a car for all seasons. 4-wheel drive, heated steering wheel. What we also have, is that going to show me that? We have a sports response. The engine is switched off. So what that means is we've got a mode switch here, and you can switch it from comfort to sport and sport plus. If you're driving normally and you find that you've got cars that you want to overtake, you can press the Sport Plus button or Sports Response button, and it gives you everything into attack mode, some people would call it. But it makes the input on the accelerator pedal very sensitive, and it gears everything up into Sports Plus. All the lights are on because the ignition is on without the engine running. You can see it's just a lovely thing. The Porsche exclusive manufacturer emblem on the armrest, the memory on the driver's seat. Just a fab. Of course, yeah, it also does change the. There we go. We just the action of the aerodynamics as well. So a very comfortable car that you can take anywhere, but it has the kind of performance that you could expect from any really decent supercar. 2.7 seconds 0 to 60, 641 brake horsepower. So I hope you like the car. I hope you like the video and find the video useful. If you'd like to know more about the car, please visit my website, www.drivewithpaul.uk. Please drop me an email, drop me a text or a WhatsApp, or simply pick up the phone and speak to me. I'd love to talk to you about it. Thank you for watching.